Great. Well, hello there. Let me make this so it looks a little more manageable for y'all. All right. Hi. Hey, let's go ahead and fill out our new bell work. This is Monday, April 21st. Let's try 3 week 9. What's natural selection? At this point, you should be able to tell me what natural selection is. So I'm going to ask you to do right here. Go back and look at your notes or at the Unit 5 study guide if you don't know. All right. Today, we're going to think about how the advantages to bird migration drive natural selection because physical and behavioral adaptations can have really big benefits. And so today we're going to explore that. We've got 2 new items in our table of contents today. I'm going to go ahead and make them blue. I'm recording this a day late because I recorded the video with no picture because that is just what life was like for me. So it's the 2 that are blue, the week 9 bell work and the natural selection of flyers. Now we're making a joke here. I wanted to show you the word flyers. When something flies, we say in American English, F-L-I-E-R. Flyers are like pieces of paper, and today we're going to make paper airplanes. So that's a silly little joke, but I'm excited for us about it. All right, so where have we been? It turns out that we have spent quite a bit of time thinking about species diversity, right? And as we move into Unit 6, you know that we're thinking about migration, these different things that migration can mean. Here we're talking about this idea of animals moving from place to place seasonally because there's an advantage to it. We're really focusing on birds for this adventure and thinking about birds that spend part of their time in a winter habitat and part of their time when it's winter up here, someplace else where it's warmer, right? So it's this connection about ecosystem diversity and species diversity. And we're really thinking about how environmental advantages drive the physical characteristics of species, the behaviors of them, or the physical adaptations through natural selection. Now, we're not going to look at behavior today, other than this idea that animals can migrate. We're going to use a model that is a little more familiar to us about paper airplanes. So even if you weren't here, you're able to do this assignment with the help of this video. You have to write down these 4 basic components. You are going to read the instructions here, and then you're going to think about these classifications. So all the flyers could be 2 different types. They could be on printer paper or loose leaf binder paper. Their wings length could be long from the body of the airplane to the wing or short. And the wing shape can be squared or it can be angled. And both of those are, all of those are different. So it's not just printer paper, long, squared, loose leaf paper, short, angled. You can mix them up, right? So with that in mind, you're going to make a hypothesis for each of those 3 traits, type of paper, wing length, and wing shape. What type of flyer phenotype do you think will survive longest and reproduce? So then you can read what we did. You don't need to complete the assignment, but I wanted to tell you, eventually all the flyers look exactly like this. They have short wingspans. The paper is very dense. They could be of printer or loose leaf paper. It just depends on who made paper airplanes that could go the furthest in the first round. And they're not going to be squared. They're going to be angled views, like darts. This is sometimes how we call that paper airplane, an angled view. And so with that in mind, you're ready to, there's no Excel spreadsheet or anything like that. From the Objectives tab, what are the 4 components of natural selection that's bolded on the front? All the variation existed in the flyers that I just showed you. I told you in this video which flyers variations flew better. This is an interesting question. And then I told you which ones survived at the end and whether or not they had similar traits. They did. And then we didn't do question 6. There just wasn't time. So you can either pull that whole piece of paper off or you can write skip across it. And we are skipping the cool down for today. All right, that's it for me. Hope you're doing well out there. See you soon.